Good day, good day, good day, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and this is Morning Sip. And SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. So, my passion is to support people in transforming their lives. This is the time, y'all. This is the time to do what is yours to do. This is the time to live your purpose. This is the time to follow what your heart is speaking to you without further delay. Without further delay. So, I am here to support you. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching. I'm a spiritual life coach through preaching and through teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. This is my ministry of joy. So if you need support, you can reach out to me. If you've been looking for a spiritual life coach, here I am. You can send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram, and we can set up some time to talk. So, good day, everybody. Good day. Shay Love, it's good to see you. Good day, Miss Bliss. It's good to see you. Oh, snowy morning from the mountains of Colorado, about 5 inches of new snow overnight. Wow. I think that is Linda. Linda, your name's not coming up for some reason, but I think that's Linda. And so, like I always say, Linda, keep the snow over there. We have like rain. Yeah, it's like rainy today. I am in, as you can see, I'm in a new studio. We're going to call this Studio D for my girlfriend, Deborah, who has a beautiful home. It's my oasis away from my space. And yeah, it's just so comfy and cozy here. And I'm looking out onto her beautiful backyard and I'm just seeing the trees and it's lovely out here in Greenport, Long Island. So, welcome to Studio D. And the paintings that you see behind me are Deborah's paintings. She's an amazing artist, and everything you see behind me is for sale. It's all for sale. So just make an offer. All right. All right, y'all. So good day. It's wonderful to be with you all. We are going to wrap up our check in. So we've been checking in this week on how everyone is doing with the foundation of their quality. Yes, Seiko, I got studios all over the place. I had a studio in. Studio in was Nashville when I was in Nashville with Sekou. So yes, we got the whole alphabet covered. Half sip will travel for sure. So how are you all doing? Drop it in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Are you making progress? Because that's all this is about. It's just about making progress. And how do we make progress? Through practice. That's how we make progress. So let me recap because we're going to do a roll call today. So let me recap for you your assignment that is the foundation for 2024. So, what are we doing first? We chose our quality, right? We chose our quality. My qualities for 2024 are surrendering, structure, soaring, and consistency. So those are my four qualities. And I would say not to have more than four. So those are my four. So I made a choice and I wrote it down because part of what we're also practicing is to be consistent with writing things down with our hands because Writing with your hands activates pertinent different parts of the brain, and it really creates more pathways, right? Everything starts to light up, right? So writing with your hand does that more so than typing on a keyboard. So writing it out, it activates the reticular activating system. Remember that? RAS. It activates that, and you will start to focus. Your brain will be looking for that which you are focusing on, right? So if my quality is surrender, my reticular activating system is going to be honed into that vibration, those opportunities of surrender. Just like if someone says, have you seen the new car, Tesla, right? When Teslas first came out. Have you seen the new Teslas? And then as soon as someone planted that seed in your mind, all of a sudden you started seeing Teslas when before you didn't notice it. So doing our work, writing it out with our hands helps us to focus. It's like a laser beam for us. And that which we focus on, we know does what? Expands, increases. Yes, and that's what we want with our quality, to expand it, to embody it, to increase it. Okay, so that's one. We chose our quality, we wrote it down. Then we are creating a theme for 2024. So, like a movie title for you for 2024. So, mine is I Soar in 2024. And I like that because it rhymes. And when things rhyme, it's easier for me to remember, right? But it doesn't have to rhyme. And I write that down on my paper. And then I take my qualities, my 4 qualities that I have, and I make affirmations for each one of them, right? I make affirmations for each one of them. And I write that down. And then what do I do with my affirmations? I speak power into them. I energize them every single day throughout the day, not just once. Throughout the day, pick one affirmation that you're going to focus on for that day and repeat it throughout the day. You're in the car, say your affirmation. You're in the grocery store, say your affirmation. You brush your teeth right afterwards, say your affirmation. Just reticular activating system, focus on that more, right? So then you're writing, you're picking a number. My number is 3. And in the morning and in the evening, I rewrite my affirmations 3 times each, right? Because again, I'm impressing upon my subconscious mind, this is what we're doing. We're surrendering, we're structuring, we're soaring, and we are being consistent, right? And then we get to use our imagination. So I'll pick one of my qualities, and let me tell you which one I've been doing recently. For example, so this is one of my affirmations, and it's really simple. I am soaring, right? So I write that out 3 times in the morning and in the evening. And then one of the experiences that I want to have with my quality, I also write that out. And that's what I'm imagining, right? I'm using my imagination. So the one that I wrote for consistency and soaring is this: as I consistently write, I consistently soar. Because I've been setting an intention to write my book, right? And I know I need to do writing consistently. So then I take that into my imagination. As I consistently write, I consistently soar. And I could feel what that feels like to soar, right? And I could feel what it feels like to have pen in hand and write it out. And I just take that into my imagination for a couple of minutes. But I feel it, I see it. What's around me? I make it as visual as I can. Because we also know that our brain has a reality threshold. So it used to be the belief that your brain really can't tell the difference between what you imagine and what's real. But that's not really true, because now they have more sophisticated brain scans and they could tell that your brain can tell if it's imagined or if it's reality. However, if the signal of the imagination is strong enough, it will pass over into the reality threshold and your brain would regard it as real. But most of us have a weak signal, right? We don't use our imagination enough. We don't go deep enough. We don't do it consistently. So the signal is weak. And our brain is like, yeah, that's some kind of fantasy she got going on right now. So we need to hone that signal so that it's strong. The vibration is strong and steady, right? For us to cross into the reality threshold. So we talked about reality threshold. We talked about reticular activating system last week. So go back and check out last week's SIPs if you missed that. So that's what we're doing. And guess what? It's just progress. Slow and easy, right? There's nothing to hurry along. When we're consistent and we do things every day, we will make progress. So let me check in with you all. Yes, Michelle, it's good to see you, love. Linda, yes, progress is happening. I've been surprised by the barriers that have popped up. Most have been rooted in thinking patterns that no longer serve me. Yep. Those barriers that Linda is talking about. And we talked about this the other day, that sometimes we pray and we think that our prayers aren't being answered because what happens is we get the opposite of what we prayed for. And we could look at that as a barrier that we get to release and resolve and heal. So that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you're surprised by the barriers that have popped up, because we know on the other side of those barriers there is your quality, right? So that barrier might look like unforgiveness, it might look like judgment, it might look like something from the past, it might look like criticism, it might look like whatever the obstacle, the challenge, the barrier is. But you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. You have to address it head on through your spiritual practices, through therapy, possibly, through spiritual life coaching, possibly. But you have ignored it long enough. So when you feel like you're not getting anywhere, it could be because you're not addressing what is popping up in your life for you to heal, for you to see possibly from a different lens. There may be nothing for you to do except to shift your perception about the thing. So, I have something that I want to share with you that I came across this morning, not by accident. And it's a poem from, oh, I can never say his name because it's French. Pierre, I'm looking at my girlfriend Deborah because she teases me when I try to speak French. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin.
Teilhard de Chardin.
Not bad, not bad. Chardin. Okay. So he has a book called Hearts of Fire. And I came across this morning because I was thinking about what we were talking about yesterday, the seed, the soil, and the plant, right? The creative process. And we know that our quality is the seed, The soil is our soul, and the plant is the demonstration, right? The seed is our quality, which is our spirit, right? When I had that symbol, the science of my symbol, the top layer was the spirit, the seed, our quality. The middle level was the soil, our soul, the law, right? So the spirit descends into the law, right? And then the creative process happens and it comes into form. It gets demonstrated, right? And when it descends into the soil, your soul, the law says yes. When you plant a seed in the ground, a tomato seed in the ground, the soil says yes. The soil doesn't say, no, I wanted cucumbers. What is this? Right? It just says yes. Tomatoes, here we go. So when you plant your seed, your quality in the soil, which is your soul says yes. It's impersonal, it's reliable, it's consistent, it does what it does. It's how we use the law. So if you want to plant in, I don't know, despair, guilt, guess what? The law says yes. So it's really up to us what we plant. So, and it takes time, right? It takes time for that seed to germinate and to do all of the things that it needs to do before we start to see evidence of it peeping through the ground. We don't go digging in to see what's happening, right? So I came across this morning and I want to share it with you. It's a little lengthy, but I think it illustrates what we've been talking about for January. So it's called Patience and Trust. Above all, trust in the slow work of God. I know. Deborah went, Yeah, that's an. Above all, trust in the slow work of God. We are quite naturally impatient in everything to reach the end without delay. We are quite naturally impatient in everything to reach the end without delay. We should like to skip the intermediate stages. We are impatient of being on the way to something unknown and something new. And yet it is the law of all progress that it is made by passing through some stages of instability, and that it may take a very long time. So that makes me think about you, Linda, that barrier that popped up, right? It could feel like instability, but it doesn't mean that it's not working. And so I think it is with you. Your ideas mature gradually. Let them grow. Let them shape themselves without undue haste. Don't try to force them on as though you could be today what time will make of you tomorrow. I love that too. Don't try to force them on as though you could be today what time will make of you tomorrow. Only God could say what this new spirit gradually forming within you will be. Give our Lord the benefit of believing that its hand is leading you, and accept the anxiety of feeling yourself in suspense and incomplete. I love all of that so much. Yes, Michelle. Trust in the slow work of God. Girl, I feel that too. I feel that too, Michelle. So this is what we get to do when I say practice makes progress. We get to trust in the slow work of God. We get to trust in the slow work of progress. And there may be some moments of instability where you feel shook, right? And so, what do? We continue with our spiritual practices. We don't say, oh, well, a hiccup happened, so I guess it's over. No, we don't give up. We keep going. He said, it is the law of progress that it may be passing through some stage of instability and that it may take a very long time. Time is relative, right? Time is relative. I'll I'll put it in the I'll make a banner for it so you can see who it is. Thank you, Pamela. I'll put it right here so you can see. Pierre, Pilhrdbecardin. Okay. Let me know if you can see that. And let me do a banner. So it'll be up on the screen just in case you don't see that. Pilhrd. And it's from Hearts on Fire. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. There we go. Okay, good. Y'all can see that. So, joy work is to continue doing your work. You have your quality, you're doing your affirmations, you're writing everything out, you're creating an experience in your mind, and you're practicing with your imagination. You're doing all of the things every single day. Yes? Trusting that you are making progress, because what are we trusting in? We're trusting in the slow work of God. Trusting in that. So let's do a quick roll call. All right. Now, I grabbed the wrong paper. I have it in my phone. I'm glad I followed my mind. So when I say your quality, say an affirmation for it. All right. Let me see. Hold on. I know I took a picture. Here it is. All right. Sekou, abundance and comedy. Fee, steadfast. Linda, emerging radiant joy. Shay, infinite sacred love, acceptance, and harmony. Bonnie, love, peace, confidence, and prosperity. Laura, acceptance. Pamela, bliss. Erica, love. America, love and harmony. Stacy, clarity. Rev Deb, peace, compassion, and surrender. Chris, peace. Susie, transformation. Sue, authenticity. Caroline, hope, joy, and patience. Cheryl, peacefulness. Jan, gratitude. Onay, harmony, courage, wisdom, and grace. Wayne, strength. Ronald, peace, blessings, and abundance. Mommy, love and peace. Nan, connection and creativity. Donna, self worth. Christine, power. Roxanne, faith and authenticity. Lava, fulfillment. Patty, patience and gratitude. So that's what we're practicing, those qualities. All right? All right, y'all. So if you need any support, y'all, I'm here. Just reach out and we'll set up some time to talk. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. Let's see. So we had our meditation with the moon the day before yesterday. That was awesome. And please put on your calendars, the next meditation with the moon is going to be February 23rd at 8:30 p.m. That's a Friday, February 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We do a full spiritual practice. And this last meditation with the moon, the wolf moon, we focus on our quality. So we'll see what we're going to focus on for February 23rd. This Sunday, Sunday in Praise, I will be sharing an inspirational talk on the other sip, Sunday in Praise. And the inspirational talk is a talk that I gave last Sunday in service called Strength Lies in Unity. Because at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I'm the spiritual director, senior minister, our focus, our theme for the year is Ubuntu, we rise together. And our theme for January is oneness. So this Sunday, we have a guest speaker, Eugene Holden, who is an amazing speaker and contributor to the Science of Mind magazine. And he's going to be closing out our theme this month with Believe in the Good of Everyone. Believe in the good of everyone. So service is at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can go to the website rocklandcsl.org and the Zoom link is there. We also live stream on Facebook. So hope to see you in service, or you can check out the other sip on Sunday for an inspirational talk by me. Our community cafe, we will not have a community cafe on the 5th Wednesday. Our next community cafe, we're taking a little break from our regular programming on Wednesday nights, and we're doing a spiritual book club. And the book is The Big Leap. Eugene Holden, who's our guest speaker this Sunday, is facilitating the 5-week book study. So please get your books now. Wednesdays, February 7th, it starts 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, you can go to Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, rocklandcsl.org, and the link for the book study is under Community Cafe. So it's still our Community Cafe. We're just doing a little something different for the next 5 weeks. And I just want to shout out Shay again for her commitment and her sharing her gifts, skills, and talents with us with our community energy on the 4th Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Shay did amazing. Shay, I heard all about it. And they said you were amazing and that a lot of healing took place on Wednesday. So thank you, Shay. All right. Let me see if I have anything else. The Life Visioning Board workshop is happening. I'm just trying to get the date settled. So stay tuned for that. It'll either be towards the end of February or the beginning of March. So I do an annual Life Visioning Board workshop. It's about a half a day workshop, and we create our visioning boards. But first, we get in touch with God's ideas, divine light's idea for our life for this year. So it's not just cutting out pretty pictures and putting them on a board. We do some work before we get to the life visioning board. Okay, so I'll share more about that when it's finalized. All right. I think that is it. Oh, thank you, Shay. Yeah, it's our pleasure to have you, Shay. So everyone, take good care of yourself. Be gentle and kind with yourself. Practice, practice, practice. Okay? Trust in the slow work of God. Let us all take that in with us. When things seem like they ain't happening, nothing is changing. It's just trusting in the slow work of God. Something is happening in the invisible realm We just haven't seen evidence of it yet. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening. Right? Right. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody. I will see you all next week. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.